Good afternoon. This is a news update on Dominion Television, Ibadan. I'm Oloayemi Adelakun. President Bola Tinubu has ordered a manhunt for the terrorists behind a deadly attack on communities in Niger State that claimed more than 40 lives and led to the abduction of several residents. In a statement personally signed by the President, he directed the Minister of Defense, the Chief of Defense Staff, the Service Chiefs, the Inspector General of Police, and the Director General of the Department of State Services to track down those responsible for the Kasuwan Daji attack and bring them to justice. He also ordered the immediate rescue of all abducted victims and instructed security agencies to intensify operations around vulnerable communities, particularly those located near forest areas. The Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Dr. Jumoke Oduwole, has announced that Nigeria is fully prepared to commence trade within Africa under the preferential terms of the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement. Oduwole made this known during the presentation of the Nigeria AFCFTA Achievement Report 2025, where she noted that the ministry has implemented deliberate measures to position and empower Nigerian businesses to compete effectively within the AFCFTA market. She further explained that the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment has renewed and strengthened the country's implementation drive in 2025 to fully harness the benefit of the Continental Trade Framework. Herbal medicine has been said to have contributed a great deal to the healthcare system in Nigeria as much as conventional Western medicine. This was staged at the Ayinke Alagbo Day held in Ibadan, Oyo State, encouraging the populace to disease from seeing herbal medicines as worthless. A correspondent, Shefumi Akinsoya, asked the report.
Alagbo Herbals and Tradomedical, in conjunction with the Oyo State Ministry of Culture and Tourism, on the 30th of December 2025, held a cultural day tagged Ayinke Alagbo in Ibadan, Oyo State, celebrating Yoruba culture and advancements of traditional medicine. This event saw dignitaries from the government, traditional institutions, entertainment, and the business community in attendance. The royal father of the day, the Aseyin of Iseyin, Oba Sefiu Oyebola Adeyeri III, stated the importance of traditional medicine in Africa's healthcare system, describing tradomedicine as a heritage that must be preserved and properly harnessed, while offering prayers for the continued growth of Ayinke Alagbo and commending her contributions to the traditional medicine in Nigeria and across the globe. Speaking at the event, the Oyo State Commissioner for Culture and Tourism, Dr. Wasiu Olatunbosun, said that the Cultural Day was one of the programs lined up for the state's vibing December celebrations, assuring investors of a conducive environment to do business in Oyo State. He also reaffirms the government's commitment to promoting culture, tourism, and indigenous enterprises.
Ayinke Alagbo Cultural Day is one of the events package under Vibing December, otherwise known as Faji December. So, and I want to say that when we do a lot of activities, we need to detoxify, we need to do all sorts of things. And the best detoxification that you can get can only be gotten from our products. And I want to employ our people, let's embrace our tradomedicinal, medical, or what have you. Both orthodox and unorthodox.
Meanwhile, the host, Ayinke Alagbo, in her remarks, appreciated the Oyo State government for its continuous support and thanked her customers for their patronage over the years. She used the opportunity to promote Ayinke Alagbo Herbal Vitals, describing it as one of the company's finest products.
I can say that I'm trying to bring our culture back because most of people have lost their heritage. I'm trying to bring the heritage back. We are launching one of our products, Ayinke Alagbo Bitters. We have alcoholic, we have non-alcoholic. That product is very good. It's for arthritis, body pain, back pain, pie. It's good for both men and women, and it's good for insomnia too.
A major highlight of the event was the new products, amongst other cultural displays. Shefumi Akinsoya for Dominion News.
As activities resume across the country in the year 2026, residents of Ibadan have called on the government to take urgent steps to improve the nation's economic situation and strengthen security. Speaking with Dominion News, some residents expressed concern over the tax reform policy scheduled to take effect this January, noting that it may not improve the economy but further worsen the financial hardship faced by citizens. Some residents also appealed to the government to create more employment opportunities, particularly for the youth, as a way to boost economic growth and reduce social challenges.
To be done to ameliorate the problem we are facing in the country. Currently, we have a very serious economic situation. The whole people are facing one problem or the other, and the feeding aspect is so terrible. No business is yielding any result. And with the tax reform that is going to be implemented, I don't think there is any way the economy was.
Outflow and inflow of income is not really okay like that. It's not something to write home about. The demand of things is higher than the availability, and there's no money.
But the only advice I would say is that you should suspend that tax reform. The implication is far-reaching, and it will not be good for Nigerians.
They urged the government to prioritize the welfare of the masses by addressing the rising rate of poverty and implementing effective security reforms across the country. On the foreign scene, Guinea's Supreme Court has officially confirmed Unta leader Mamadi Doumbouya in the presidential election, awarding him 86.72% of the vote. The ruling validates provisional result released last week following the December 28 election, which notably excluded major opposition figures from the ballot. Matching earlier provisional figures, runner-up Abdoulaye Yero Bade received 6.59% of the vote. Meanwhile, in his first address to the nation after the results were confirmed, Doumbouya struck a unifying tone, calling on citizens to build a new Guinea, a Guinea of peace, justice, shared prosperity, and fully assumed political and economic sovereignty. Ousted Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro is scheduled to appear in a Manhattan federal court to face narco-terrorism charges following his recent capture by the United States forces. In a new indictment, prosecutors alleged that Maduro personally oversaw a state-sponsored cocaine traffic in parts of the United States has been met with international condemnation, according to the autonomous Darnis territory. This follows Washington's military intervention in Venezuela, which reunited fears for Greenland after Trump repeatedly said he wants to annex. However, Finnish President Alexander Stubb said on X that no one decides for Greenland and Denmark, but Greenland and Denmark themselves. In another development, Manchester United has sacked Ruben Amorim after 14 months at the club. Talking sport, former Manchester United striker Wayne Rooney has thrown his support ban Liam Rosenior for the Chelsea managerial position, praising the Strasbourg head coach as one of the finest coaches he has worked with. Rosenior has reportedly emerged as a strong contender for the Chelsea job, a move that would make sense given the club's shared ownership with French side Strasbourg. Rooney also emphasized Rosenior's impotence during his time at Derby, revealing that he played a key role in shaping the team's tactics and coaching structure, and crediting him heavily for the technical side of the managerial setup. You can visit our website on www.dominion.org.ng to watch us live and interact with us. You can also follow us across our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and LinkedIn at Dominion Broadcast and X at Dominion Cast. And that ends the news update on Dominion Television. I'm Oluwayemi Adelakun saying thank you for watching and good afternoon.